Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umara Zulum and the Shehu of Borno, Abubakar Umar Garbai-El-Kanemi have raised alarms over rising cases of Boko Haram and Iswap attacks in the state in recent years since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over as Nigeria president. This, as the Borno State Governor ordered the arrest and prosecution of a man caught on camera allegedly molesting a minor, said to be one of the children sheltering in one of the internally displaced peoples camps, IDP, since the kid's father was assassinated by the Boko Haram insurgents. The Borno State Commissioner of Information and Internal Security, Professor Usman Tar, also at a press briefing to relay the resolutions of the expanded Borno State Security Council meeting held at the Government House Maiduguri on Tuesday, the 8th of April 2025, gave emphasis how the Boko Haram and Iswap terrorists attacks have increased in the state in recent time. News release from Borno State Government House during the preceding week indicated that the Borno State Governor, Babagana Umara Zulum, and the Shehu of Borno, Abubakar Umar Garbai-El-Kanemi, have raised alarm over the escalating attacks by Boko Haram, Iswap, urging the federal government and security agencies to take decisive action before the situation spirals out of control. According to the report, over the past months, communities in Borno have suffered relentless assaults with insurgents targeting villages and military outposts, particularly in Sabongari, Wajiroko and Wulgo, among others. During an expanded security meeting at Government House, Zulum urged the federal government to prioritize the security of the Northeast, particularly Borno State, which shares borders with three neighboring countries, Chad, Cameroon, and the Republic of Niger, as well as security concerns in the Sahel region. While we appreciate the tremendous support from the federal government and the military, we also want to state that with the current focus in the fight against insecurity shifted from the Northeast, all the gains we have recorded so far will be reversed. In recent times, Borno State has been witnessing sporadic attacks from Boko Haram insurgents. Many military formations were dislodged, such as in Wulgo, Wajiroko and Sabongari, among others. It seems we are losing ground. Therefore, we want to appeal to the federal government to ensure that the northeastern part of the country receives the desired attention. It seems the focus of the Nigerian Army and the Ministry of Defense is not on the Northeast. Governor Zulum stated that the Northeast, particularly Borno State, which is neighboring three countries in the troubled Sahel region, deserves more attention from federal government in its resolve to fight against terrorism in Nigeria. Zulum further stressed, the recent escalation of Boko Haram attacks across the state is a matter of utmost concern. There is an urgent need for aggressive military action and actionable intelligence to counter the insurgency. The recent attacks on Sabingari, Damboa, Wulgo, Baga and Minguno point to the need to up our ante in confronting Boko Haram insurgency decisively and swiftly. I call on our armed forces to not only mount checkpoints and guard our towns and villages, I also call on our armed forces to take the battle to the enemy. We should not grant breathing space to the terrorists to regroup, rearm and carry out attacks on our territory. By engaging in relentless patrols, picketing and decapitation missions, our troops should defeat and end the insurgency in time so that our recovery plan will progress without let or hindrance, he said. The governor restated his commitment to continually support the military and other security agencies working in Borno State to achieve their objectives of fighting insurgency in the state. The governor noted, Borno State government will continue to work closely with the armed forces to execute our development and peacebuilding programs. We are deeply conscious of the nexus between development, security and peace. Hence, as we invest in critical infrastructure, we are also opening new avenues for our citizens to engage in agriculture and sustainable livelihood. He added, all these will not be possible without resourcing and empowering our security agencies to secure our territory and safeguard citizens' lives and property. My government will continue to support our defense and security agencies while pushing them to perform better when encountering terrorism, insurgency and criminality. Briefing journalists after the closed-door session of the security meeting, Borno State Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Professor Usman Tar, noted that among the resolutions at the end of the meeting, the Security Council had expressed support to Borno State government's resettlement efforts. The meeting was attended by the GOC 7 Division, Major General Abubakar Haruna, traditional rulers from the 7 Emirate Councils of Borno and other heads of security outfits. Meanwhile, Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has ordered immediate prosecution of a man in viral video molesting a minor in the state, giving the order after he met with the little boy, Bashir Gaji, and offered the little boy and his family a furnished house and education scholarship. In a statement, the government media reported that the Borno State Governor, Babagana Umara Zulum, has ordered the immediate prosecution of Bakar Modu, a man shown in a disturbing viral video allegedly molesting a minor, Bashir Gaji. Following the governor's directive, Bakar Modu was arrested by the security operatives on Saturday night at Umarari in Maiduguri. Zulum gave the prosecution order on Sunday when he met with little Bashir Gaji at Government House, Maiduguri. The video, which has sparked outrage across social media platforms, highlights a grave violation of children's rights and the urgent need for a robust response from law enforcement and judicial authorities. Governor Zulum has emphasized that his administration will not tolerate any form of abuse or exploitation of minors and directed swift action to bring the perpetrator to justice. This heinous act is an affront on our values and a betrayal of our duty to protect our children, students and minors who are under our guardianship. Governor Zulum said, "We cannot tolerate such actions perpetually repeating itself. I am directing the relevant authorities to move swiftly and ensure that this individual faces the full extent of the law. Our children deserve a safe environment to grow and become meaningful members of society." The governor, however, directed the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development to devise modalities for increased community awareness programs to educate families and local traditional teachers and guardians on the proper means of enforcing discipline on children. Meanwhile, Governor Babagana Umara Zulum met with the little Bashir Gaji on Sunday at the Government House. He announced that he would provide a fully furnished house for Bakar and his family and a scholarship to cover his education. Little Gaji's family currently live in an IDP camp in Minguno after his father was assassinated by Boko Haram insurgents.
Council arrived at the following resolutions. Number 1. Council expressed concern at the rising cases of insurgency attacks in Borno State. Council note that recently the Boko Haram insurgents have carried out daring attacks on our military installations and critical infrastructure and even dislodged some of these facilities. This is worrisome and is disturbing. Council called on the federal government of Nigeria and armed forces of Nigeria to continue to support the ongoing efforts in counterinsurgency operations. On their part, participating security agencies, the chiefs of the participating security agencies, assured the Council that they will do all within their resources and they will request for more assets and platforms with a view to enhancing their capabilities to confront the adversary. The Nigerian Air Force, Council notes that the Nigerian Air Force is about to receive additional assets and platforms that will enhance the performance of the Air Force. Already the Air Force is doing very well by providing area support to our land forces. Security forces have promised to improve in the areas of offensive combat and clearance operations, especially in hard-to-reach areas. Number 2, Council expressed satisfaction with the resettlement drive of the Borno State Government and encouraged the Borno State Governor and his team to continue to resettle more towns and villages so that our refugees and internally displaced persons will return back to their ancestral homes. Council noted that already over 100 villages and towns have been resettled, and more will be resettled in the coming months, in spite of the challenges. Therefore, Council called on all our security agencies to support the resettlement drive of the Borno State Government. Number 3, Council expressed worry that in spite of all the efforts of the state government, 3 local government areas are yet to be resettled. They are Abadam, Guzamala, and Marte. For a country the size and caliber of Nigeria, for 3 local government areas yet to be resettled is a matter of great concern. Therefore, Council called on the federal government to support the resettlement drive of the Borno State Government so that these towns and villages will be resettled very soon. This will be done if the military forces and other relevant MDS will provide the
bringing you the news in a more digital way.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.